This is Comic Geek Speak, episode 89. Hello and welcome to Comic Geek Speak. I'm Peter Rios.
I'm Jamie D.
I'm Matt.
I'm Adam Murdo.
And I'm Brian Deemer.
We are sexy bitches, yeah!
Welcome to the show, and Happy New Year to everyone and all. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year, Peter.
Even though it's not exactly the New Year. But shh, don't tell them.
Through the magic of podcasting, it is New Year.
It's, they're comic fans. They can suspend reality for a minute.
Sure, time travel second nature to them.
And they're all drunk off their ass, so they don't care.
This episode is sponsored by Desperado Publishing, desperadopublishing.com. They are an image imprint, and they produce such books as Desperado Primer, The Atheist, The Stardust Kid, Common Foe, Beyond Avalon, and we have down here Dead World, Negative Burn, Anthology, I guess you could call that, and also have a hardcover called Freak Show by Bruce Jones and Bernie Wrightson. Some of the other books we have here, The Stardust Kid is written by J.M. DeMatteis, with art by Mike Ploog, and also with Nick Bell and Dave Lamphere. They published something called The Lonely Tombstone by Steve Niles, and you said it was a children's book, Jamie?
It looks that way.
It looks that way, yeah. Wow. Would not expect that from Steve Niles. The Atheist is by, hold on one second, written by Phil Hester, who is the artist on Green Arrow and Nightwing, yes. Illustrated by John McCrae. Lettered by Nate Pride.
John McCrae did Hitman for a while.
Mm-hmm. And let me see where some of the other ones.
That was a Keith Giffen book.
Which one?
One of those is. Or did you take that home already?
Common Foe is a
yeah.
Yeah, here it is, yeah. Common Foe. Co-written and co-created by Keith Giffen and Shannon Penton. Artist by Jean-Jacques and, wow, Pizzialowski. Letterer by Joe Martin. Colorist Len O'Grady. Cover artist Esad Ribic. See if you can figure that. It's a one. What's your? Oh, I thought you.
I thought Adam was making a face.
Nope.
So they
he's making a face, but nothing to do with us.
They sent us a whole bunch of review copies and sent us a really nice letter saying that they were fans of the show and the woman.
Yeah,
who sent
April
us,
over
April.
there
Mm-hmm.
is.
So we say hello to her and thank you, and we will pass these around and we will read up on these. This Freak Show looks kind of cool. If you're a fan of Bernie Wrightson artwork, majorly, highly detailed. This guy is like the artist's artist when it comes to his work.
This Common Foe book looks like it's World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So that's if you're interested in that period of history, this looks interesting.
I'd actually looked at the that Atheist on the shelf. I just hadn't gotten around to picking it up, so it'd be nice to read it.
Mm-hmm. Stardust Kid is just flipping through the artwork. I'll just surface view of it. Kind of reminds me of like friendlier Sam Keith kind of stuff, a little bit, or even a little bit of Chris Bachalo mixed in there. And looks like the major character are kids. I don't know if it's kid friendly. Don't quote me on that, but looks like fantasy adventure. I
was thinking about I should have Tasha read that one and see what she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it might be up her alley.
Yeah. So these are some fun books. They look pretty good, and we're going to take a look at them. So that's Desperado Publishing.
Well, it's this might be the episode going up on New Year's, but we still have some more Christmas cards and things that we've received to talk about.
Yay!
We got a Christmas card from Jesse Whitman. Or Whittam. Not Whitman, Whittam. He says, been listening since episode number 17. And he gave me some stamps, which was very cool. Wishing you the best of luck in the new year and lots of new episodes. Keep up the great work. So, thank you. I got a postcard today from David Beard, and it's a postcard of a map of Lake Superior. One more hello from the frozen north. the portion of the lake by Duluth will be frozen over soon. So, that's cool. Always love the postcards. And today, I had a Christmas gift at the door from Chris Niesman, Man-Eating Tarp.
Uh-huh.
He sent me A Gentleman's Game, the novel by Greg Rucka, that I guess leads into his Queen and Country books.
It's out of his Queen and Country books.
After Queen and Country or whatever.
Yep.
Okay. So
he
tries real hard
he's trying to convert us.
to pimp Queen and Country. So, hey, it's like a spy kind of novel, suspense. I'm all about that.
I've been wanting to pick that up, and now you got a copy. I'll just wait and borrow yours.
We'll pass it around.
Because I've read a lot of his stuff. I love his Kodiak, his Atticus Kodiak. I think it's Atticus Kodiak or Kodiak Atticus books. So I love his writing, and I've been wanting to pick that one up.
And Jamie, I have wrangled up a gift for you.
Cool.
This was my idea, but I was only able to fulfill it with the help of one of our listeners. You can just pull the bow and it'll come right off.
Wow, it's like Christmas material. It's like a bag or something.
Well, yeah, Tasha, we have all Christmas bags, so we don't have to buy wrapping paper every year.
I was going to say, it's an amazing Charlie Brown Christmas bag. I love it. 40 years of Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's actually the gift.
Well, hey, that's fine with me.
No, you don't get to keep the bag.
I don't?
Nope.
Oh, screw this. It's a puzzle or a game of some sort. At least from what I'm feeling.
Just open it up.
I am. Give me a chance. That's actually a box.
Oh, it's a lovely box.
Santa Claus on it. Sandy Claus. And it's green paper.
Hulk paper.
Oh. Thank you guys at Versus. I got my Avengers shirt.
Oh, is
That's
that
right.
Oh,
Yep.
look at that.
Dylan Northrup, one of our listeners, I emailed him almost 2 months ago and said, hey, can you do you have any way of getting any of these T-shirts? He says, as a matter of fact, I have 3 shirts sitting here in my living room. And he says, and I think one of them's an extra large. And so he put it right in the mail to me, and I've been sitting on it quietly for 2 months.
That is so cool. I love these shirts. They give them away. Pardon me. At the conventions. I just never got a chance to get the Avengers one. I have the Spider-Man one, I have the Batman one, I have the Green Lantern one. I wanted this Avengers one. I think there's also a Ghost Rider out there.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't mind pimping their product. You want to send me a shirt? I'll definitely wear it. I'll wear it to conventions. I wear it to the shop. I wear these when I work at the shop. So this will I'll probably wear this on Wednesday or Thursday at the shop. Very cool. Thank you very much.
Nice. Excellent.
And we got a package that arrived actually just before Christmas, but we haven't recorded since then.
Sure.
From Rick Gordon, Maxim Glory.
Maxim Glory.
And inside this is a wrapped present for each of us. So now Kevin and Shane will have to wait on theirs because they're not here. So let me see. That's Shane.
For those of you who've been listening, Rick Gordon, he gave us our first video Stump the Rios way back as Nick Fury.
Which was killer.
Excellent, yes.
And he's working on another one. Look at this.
Jamie.
I love just listening to his stuff.
That's Peter. And I have one in here. So whoever wants to go first.
Let somebody else go. I open.
All right, I'll open this up. It's a little... It can fit in my hand. It's an iPod.
You wish.
Is that iPod size?
A Nano could fit in there, yeah.
It? No, I'm kidding. Little Batman symbol. Hold on, opening up the box. That's cool. Batman Eau de Cologne?
Is that seriously what that is?
Yes. That's for the ladies.
It smells like Kevlar and human sweat.
It says ingredients: alcohol, ionized water, caution flammable. 19.
What does it smell like? Open.
1964.
I believe it smells like guano.
Really?
100% though.
It's an ode of Adam West.
Maybe because it says Batman official licensed product, so I'd imagine it because that's a Tim Burton.
Yeah.
So maybe
it probably came out in the
symbol
80s.
is 1964.
I would hope so.
Let's see.
Because I would think it would probably stink by now if it was 64.
That'd be alcohol.
Smells like my grandfather. it smells like cologne, I guess. Do anybody else want to sniff it? We're going to be high by the end of this.
Yeah, it smells like a regular cologne. It's
Can
funny
anybody
though. Who
match?
knew they made Batman cologne?
That's right, he hates it.
Does he? Does it remind you of anything? I should have passed the cap around.
Guano.
No, it's like
Opposite
Old
Calvin
Spice
Klein,
or
Old Spice.
or one of those high karate.
That's funny.
That's cool.
See, he must have been reading between the lines every time we were implying that Peter stank.
No, this is for when I go out. Splash a little. Look for my Catwoman.
That'll still be a full bottle a couple years from now.
Cool. Thanks.
Matt, you go next.
All right. I hope that's gay porn.
You bastard.
I said I hope. I don't
No, you,
know.
Peter. All right, I got a couple joke magazines so I can bone up on some good.
That's funny.
Okay.
Whoa!
Wait,
this is an
I'll
all-day
take
some of those
podcast.
joke
Hold on.
magazines.
He's blushing.
It was completely opposite of what Peter thought it would be.
What's that? Is that just boards?
It was just boards.
Just boards.
It's like a.
Thank you.
What is that? Like a French nudie magazine or what?
my.
What the-
Yeah, there's
There's
the
even
cover.
words in there.
Look at the cover.
there are no words.
What's it say?
Do I read here on that?
Well, not just.
Oh, it's
like, where's
just
it from?
popular jokes, lusty adult fun magazine.
Man-size entertainment.
Matt's gonna go
That's a classic.
excuse himself.
Yeah, he needs to use the bathroom.
Check out the back.
I have no shame.
Look at the back cover.
Say hello, ladies.
Popular Pussycat is on the back.
What year's that from? Look on the inside. See if they.
It's got to be like 60s.
That's funny.
Yeah, established 1960. But I see month of May, but doesn't mean that's
Right.
That's funny.
That's funny.
He's got your number,
Yes,
man.
Excellent.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
Oh, I got a copy of the Comics Journal, number 128. It's all about Sergio
Nice.
and Gru and everything. Cover article. That's awesome. And then I got a videotape. It says "Wrong is Right." Does anybody know what that is?
No.
No.
Huh.
I guess you're gonna have.
I guess I'm going to find out.
No.
Cool. Oh, this is awesome to have this
Yeah.
issue of Comics Journal.
That looks old too.
Yeah, look how young Sergio looks.
Yeah. Jamie.
Okay. I know it's a paperback. That I can.
It's a choose your own adventure.
This is from 1989, by the way.
Okay. Fight with that paper, Jamie.
Come on. This. Okay. Oh, excellent. I actually collect these, and I do not have this one. It's one of the old pocketbooks reprints of comics. It's when Stan Lee presents Marvel superheroes featuring the Hulk, the Avengers, the X-Men, and Daredevil. Oh, this isn't what I thought it was. This is actually a prose book.
Huh.
I thought this was one of those an instant collector's item, Marvel's greatest superheroes in cover-to-cover action. I still collect stuff like this, but it's Marvel Novel Series number 9, and the year 1979.
Wow. That must be one of those that Kevin used to talk about, maybe.
Yeah, it has the Avengers in This Evil Undying by James Shooter. I'm sure it's Jim Shooter.
That's his novel name.
Daredevil in Blind Justice by Kyle Christopher. The X-Men in Children of the Atom by Mary Jo Duffy. And The Incredible Hulk, the museum piece by Len Wein. So, thank you very, very, very much, sir. This will go in my collection.
Good all-around choices. Hey now. You better put
Yeah, I
that
definitely
away.
have to study Matt's just a little bit closer.
I can't wait to see what Kevin thinks.
I know. I can't believe those bums aren't here.
Damn it.
Screw him. Let's open them.
By the way, if you want any information on our contests, we have 2 forum contests. One is a toy contest. Give us a picture of your display, make up a display, make up a diorama of your toys, any kind of action figures. It can be superhero, non-superhero, whatever. Post them on the forum, and the prize, which Shane will choose, the winner is the Rainbow Connection Kermit from Palisades Toys. And the second prize, and all the rules are on both of these threads on the forum. Yep. Second one is the Versus contest, where we ask anybody out there who has any kind of artistic talent, just draw up a battle. It could be anything: superhero, villain, teams. It could be us. It could be anything. Stick it up there and
but versus.
But versus, like a hero
somebody
versus
fighting
somebody versus somebody. And the prize, there are 5 Fantastic Four versus starter decks, unopened. Correct? They are still unopened, right?
Correct.
And we'll be.
We played them, bent them up a little bit,
And we'll be sending those out to 5 winners. The 5 of us will each choose one. If there is an overwhelming forum decision, I'll give up my vote to that, and then that person will win that as well. Or if somebody doesn't mind getting an unopened one, maybe I'll give up mine. I don't think I'll be keeping mine. But
you mean an opened one?
Yeah, an opened one. Excuse me. And they run until the end of January. So make sure, if you don't know about that, check out our forum at www.comicgeekspeak.com.
There are some really neat entries for that Versus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good ones.
Yep.
And a reminder that this month's Book of the Month Club selection is Runaways Digest Volume 1. You can get that at InStockTrades.com for a whopping $4.80. So please join us in reading the first 6 issues of Runaways. I can't. Batman cologne, that is hilarious. I wonder how much of that they sold. I mean, that Batman craze in 1989 was everything Batman, but
Batman
boy, oh boy.
official licensed product. I like that.
It's probably just a rebranding of some existing cologne. I mean, I'm sure they didn't make a new scent.
It's Batman.
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 That's funny. Thank you so much, Rick. That was cool.
Yeah. Made in Secaucus.
Oh, boy.
I'll be in that area tomorrow. I'll pick you up some more if you need it.
There you go. I'll get my hot comics babes with that when I walk at the convention.
Yeah.
Either that or they'll pass out.
Yeah, that's right.
What's that smell? Did somebody just run over something with their car?
It smells like the inside of an artificial leg.
I don't think the rest of us have been privileged to smell that before, Matt.
No, did you ever see Anchorman?
No.
That's how they were describing the scent of that cologne that he had. That one guy that was trying to whatever. See the movie, you'll get it.
All right.
All right. I'm looking at some emails here. One says, okay, so I hadn't quite finished with episode 73. My apologies for being ridiculously pedantic, but the photograph you mentioned during your discussion of offensive art is called Piss Christ by Andres Serrano, not Mapplethorpe, although Mapplethorpe has caused his share of controversy. And that's from Michael Bice. So, that's good. That clears it up for us.
Right.
I barely remember that conversation. I don't know either of those artists, so I don't know.
You're just gonna start making stuff up because somebody will.
They correct you and they let you know minutes later. Usually the email comes within hours. You guys are all distracted by those magazines.
We're boning up on our jokes,
not.
literally.
Yeah, you're boning up, all right.
I said literally.
We're totally distracted.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm yawning now.
Professionalism right out the window.
Well, let's step this episode up.
All right. It started out, I want more Christmas presents.
That's right.
All right, we got an email from Darian. It says, afternoon, gents, or, whenever you're reading this, which would be like probably the evening because you guys have day jobs, but we can't be sure. Okay, my partner Sharif is telling me to get on with it. But not my partner like that. What? I'm sorry, is this a Grant Morrison book? What? What's going on, comics nerds? This is Darian, a.k.a. Achilles, from ROFL Cast. And instead of using your forums as a billboard, I'm going to contact you this way. And knowing y'all, I know you'll probably be reading this sometime in late 2012, when I'm actually a dentist and not just some lowly college boy. Basically, I'm emailing you because, well, I love you more than Iceman loves ice. Sigh, worst joke ever. I should put a quarter in the jar for just mentioning it. For real, though, I'm a huge fan of your podcast and probably your only listener who listens to it at the gym. You guys actually inspire us to make our own podcast like every other person with an internet connection. Because you're like us, but just a little older. Just the guys hanging out talking about crap. So I figure if you guys can make a podcast just by chilling and talking, why not us? Then we made the first podcast and realized why. Well, this is funny.
That's hysterical.
Well, we got our footing for episode 2 and are now plowing forward faster than Superman on crack. Sigh, I owe you another quarter. But really, you guys inspired us to make our own podcast in a different genre. Movies, music, games, and yes, love. And as Jamie's hair is becoming the color of the Silver Surfer, my nose is becoming the color of Clayface. Wait, Clayface is brown. You know what? I'm going to stop before I have to send you all my tuition money. Okay, back to the reason I'm emailing. Oh my god.
Now he gets to the point.
I know it's like after 40 pages of rambling, but I'm trying to learn to clean people's teeth, not write effective letters. Basically, I'm asking you guys to take some time out, listen to our podcast, and tell us what you think. Some suggestions of what we can fix and the stuff would be greatly appreciated. Also, I don't want to tread on your comic book material and stick to our little nook of media. So if you, or hell, all of you, wouldn't mind joining in on my dorm room produced podcast via Skype or telepathies to talk about comics, transition into mainstream media, movies, music, games, etc. For a special edition of ROFL Cast, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you're still reading this, I guess after reading House of M, this is a breeze. The guys have been telling me I look an awful lot like Peter. Like I'm his legitimate child or something. Peter, are you my daddy? Okay, that's the last quarter for the bad joke.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
I'm in the middle of finals, guys. Cut me some slack. And sorry about the crack about your hair, Jamie. You have a young heart, bro, and that's where it counts. So I guess it's his website is the ROFLnetwork.com. And he has a picture. Peter Jr. here. It's coming up here.
My love child, is that what he's...
Yeah. It's taking forever.
What's with your connection?
I don't know. It could be his website.
Oh.
Hoss.
Okay.
Blame it on my connection. Oh!
What's that?
It couldn't be found.
Oh.
So maybe we took too long to read his email, and maybe his whole... Yeah, his website isn't coming up here. Maybe there is no podcast anymore.
They're gone. Maybe it is the year 2012.
What the hell are you saying?
He said we wouldn't get to it until
I know.
2012.
Okay, so much for that. This show is going nowhere fast.
Resend that picture to
Every
us so we
once
can
in
put
a
it on
while
the
you
forum, or
gotta
post
have
it on the forum. I want to see what that
Wacky
picture is.
episode here. I'm going to read the Greg Rucka book. Okay, you guys
Okay.
talk amongst yourselves.
I'll read my book. I'll sit over here and read my book.
Yeah,
Peter will start smelling like Batman. And,
Matt's already done with his two books.
Matt's gone for the rest of the night.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Welcome to 2006.
Yeah.
That's right. Right down the toilet. That's...
Okay, this one's from Mike Tayon. Guys, I'm stuck in an area where the 90s live on. People storm in on Wednesdays to pick up all the variant covers and huge Marvel crossovers that get dumped onto the market every week. I would really enjoy it if these same people could pick up some books that were well written instead of what they speculate will be hot for eBay. How would you recommend I promote a different variety of books to my customers? Also, I think you guys should talk about what I feel is a sleeper book, Manhunter. I've enjoyed this book since number 1, and I think it needs a little time in the limelight. Stay geeky.
I love Manhunter. That's one of my favorites going on right now.
Really?
Yep. It's a new take on the character. They've melded some of the old stuff into it, some of the old like Paul Kirk and other Manhunters, and he's right. It's flying under the radar right now. But I think she may have. It's a female. She may have something to do with
Crisis.
With Crisis. So maybe they'll push her to the front.
What issue is that up to now? Do you remember?
I think it's up to like 11, 12 around there. It's in the early in the early 10s.
Because it's been on the shelf and I've read the first 3 issues, but that's it. But I've been collecting it, and I'm just so far behind on it, and it is.
It's actually so cool. They just did, and I'm not going to reveal anything about it, but they just did a origin issue of how she got her suit and how it was put together, and it was just so cool the way she did it. I don't want to ruin anything, but it's actually a really great trivia question for future, future podcast. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get it.
It's just one of those. She's taken her suit, and if you look at it, she's taken it from three different heroes, and built this one suit, and it's just really cool how she did it.
This preview, the book coming out in February is Manhunter 19.
Oh wow! So it's actually a lot.
February or March?
Well, that one's March, just because of what's coming out soon, or the one you can order.
It's almost 20, so
Yeah.
I was a little far off with the numbers, but they've all been good. It's one of those that I do look forward to. Each time I read it, I get done with it, and I'm waiting for the next one.
I think a way to market some of these lesser known books is just to have them either maybe up at the counter or somewhere that you can put it next to. If you're reading this, then you really should be reading this, or if
make a pick of the month.
Yeah.
Offer
a discount on
it,
right?
Yeah, I mean, you may not want to go ape crap on it, but offer a 10% discount to anybody who comes in and picks it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if you get a 10% discount, and then if you get 10% discount, maybe offer a 15% discount if you're going to pick it up. Just offer an extra incentive to pick it up, or even I know my Lem at our store has done almost sometimes if he feels strongly about a book, and depending on the person, he'll give him a money back guarantee.
Huh.
You take this home, you read this. If you don't like it, you bring it back, and I'll give you your money back, and you get another book.
I was going to say, since most times retailers order heavy on number ones anyway, and normally they, every now and then they eat number ones, in their back issue bins. If you have a DC guy, I'm just dealing with Manhunter here. If you have a guy who reads DC, or a girl, and they don't have that on their subscription, but they have all 20 other DC books, throw the number 1 issue in there. Throw it in for free. You may lose money on that one, but if he picks it up for the rest of the run, well, you've got another customer. So take a chance on know your customers, and really know the product. I mean, if you know that series ties into other things, it's an easy sell. If you don't know that, it's going to be hard.
And you're right with as far as know the customers, because those customers are going to come into your store, and you're going to talk to them. And start up a dialogue, and 9 times out of 10, the customer in that store trusts you to know what's good, trusts you that you're not going to steer them wrong. And I mean, I know that's a rapport I had with Lem before I even started working there. I trusted him. His likes were my likes, so I knew that if he said, "Hey, I like this book. This book's been pretty good," if I picked it up, 9 times out of 10, I was going to like it. We talk about the prognostications of John Duffy, another employee there who knew his customers, knew what they liked, and had enough of a knowledge of the books that he could put books with the correct customer. The funny thing is, John didn't like Manhunter when it first came out, because we were talking about it, and I said, I'm thinking about trying this Manhunter. I think it was up to like issue 3, and I said, I'm looking for a new title. He's like, I didn't really like it. I picked it up. I liked it a lot. I went back to him. I said, I'm up to 5 now, and this is really a good book. You said you didn't like it. He said, well, let me try it out again. I've just talked to him recently. He said he loves the book. He said it's one of his favorite books right now.
Are you talking about Johnny D?
Johnny D, the punk.
You know what?
Horn in.
What kind of goes hand in hand with that a little bit from what I've been paying attention to. I missed it when comics, if there's a reference to another book in the book you're reading, that little blurb that says, see,
footnote,
see issue, blah, 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 of this, because then if you're interested enough of what's kind of happening that doesn't really affect the story you're reading, but might go along with it or a little bit better understanding, then you're going to go out and buy that. And then maybe that's another book, if it's a different book completely, you might start to enjoy as well. So that's one of the things I miss that you don't see.
I think the best way to get people to read new books is to give them all CDs of our show, and they'll start buying everything under the sun.
Well, how successful are those? Was it Free Comic Book Day that they just seem to start the last couple of years?
It's been, from what I can see, and I haven't actually been in the store. I mean, I've gone into the store. It seems to do all right. I mean, people pick up now how much repeat business you get out of it is, because when people walk by the store and they say free comic books, they'll walk in and they'll take anything. And most people take anything as long as they know it's free. But I'm not sure exactly how much a repeat business it gets. I think some of their selections, they tend to worry about putting out, putting things into children's hands, or having children come in and pick stuff up that isn't, Marvel and DC tend to go towards their kids-related books. I mean, the Marvel Adventures. I know this past year, Marvel Adventures was Marvel's book. Batman Strikes was DC's book. I mean, there's always a Gladstone Donald Duck book. There's also another level. I mean, there are some independents that do that, but those sometimes the store actually has to kind of pay a little bit for. It's not, can't get as many free ones as these other like gold level. They have like levels of participation. Your Marvel, your DC, your Image, all those are like gold level, and then you can get more and more obscure titles, which is what I really think Free Comic Book Day should be, is more of your obscure titles, getting a chance to get in, and being able to pick up, what you want. And you also have to worry about trying to get as many into as many hands as you want. So you say one book a person, and I don't know. I mean, I think it helps, but I'm not sure exactly how much.
I think it's probably good for getting people who don't read comics to maybe try some comics, like kids. But for people who already read comics, there haven't been any selections that I either didn't already own or was pretty confident that I didn't want to read. But, like, if Image had released, say, Walking Dead #1 as a Free Comic Book Day selection, I think they'd get a lot of people, a lot of comic book readers, to start reading comics. Start reading that comic. And I think I could think of other selections. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm on the fence about. Like, I'd like to try, but, I just don't have the money for it. And if it was Free Comic Book Day selection, boy, I'd be on it. And then, 9 times out of 10, I'd probably be buying the series because I already had the first issue. But I don't think that's their intention. Comic book readers are going to buy comic books. I think it's for the people who don't read comics.
Actually, what I wouldn't mind seeing is companies with #1 issues coming out and making them cheap. Making that #1 issue, if you're going to make the series a $2.99 book, make that #1 issue, $1.50. Come out with a $1.50 first issue, trying to entice people to buy it, because to get people to spend $3 on something they're not sure of in this day and age, where with all the books, I think is a little tough, and I think that's where he probably runs up against it. People are more willing to spend $3 on an X book, or the latest, like Excalibur or X Factor, or books that they already have a basis. They know who the characters basically are, rather than spending $3.99 on Manhunter, a female male Manhunter you don't know anything about. So I think that's something else maybe the companies can do if they feel confident enough about the book.
Truthfully, when I first heard of the Manhunter series, I thought it had to do with John Jones.
Yeah.
We'll be doing the new previews. Look, not this episode, but in a future episode, and and it's DC's 1 year later month. So if you're looking to get on at a jumping point, which, in my mind, I think you could just pick up any issue and read it. But that'll be a good place to start if you're on the fence about some of these books, and we'll try to spotlight some of those things. And certainly with Marvel's House Decimation, they're not reboots or anything like that, but there were a lot of number one issues, so there's some things going on in there if you're interested. But,
there were some reboots. I mean, Excalibur, I would think, is a reboot, and X Factor's a reboot because it's not the same, not the same team. But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I guess to sum it up, if you work at a comic book store, you can just tell every customer that it's a good book and make it your pick of the week. And if you own the store, you could potentially offer a discount, or perhaps say, this week only, if you spend, $35 or more, you get a free copy of, this issue because I'm convinced that you're going to like it, and, if you feel strongly about those good books. I mean, I think as a retailer, that would be kind of fun. It would be an interesting experiment to say, you give away a copy at a certain price threshold and see how many people come back for issues 2 and 3. Like, let's say you do it after the first couple issues have come out. Then you push the free issue 1 and see if they next week buy 2 and 3, because it's more immediate. You don't have to wait 30 days to see if they buy 2. I think that would be an interesting experiment.
Plus, we have the collector's mindset, most of us.
Right.
If we
give us one,
you give us one, it's like, oh, now I got to get 50 more because I'm a collector. You know what I mean? It's just a given.
It's going to happen.
If it has 1 of 4 on the cover, or if it's a mini series or something like that, the majority of people, I'm that way, So.
Or I, just thinking, like, let's say a book costs $3, and assuming the retailer pays $1.50 for it because they qualify into the 50% discount, if you offered it to a customer for $1, say, hey, this book this is my pick of the week, it's $1. You're only losing 50 cents. So is it worth it to lose 50 cents to probably make many dollars in the future on future sales? I mean, and I mean, if Lem had a book of the week up there for $1, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'd buy almost anything if it was $1. If it was normally a $3 book, just
and you don't
to
only
try
have to put it on. You could, if you don't want to lose money, just put it on a Wednesday when everybody comes in.
Right.
When the majority of your customers, maybe Thursday too, if they can't get there on a Wednesday.
Right, and that could also be an incentive to get into the store on new book day to get the freebie or the special book of the week or whatever.
We'll look at places like Best Buy. When DVDs come out, you want to go that first week because that's when you save a couple bucks. The week after, then they go to the regular price. And
right.
I mean,
you want to be there the first week.
All big stores do that. They're called loss leaders. They get you into Walmart with the TV for $79, even though Walmart's losing $20 on that TV because they figure while you're there you're going to buy another $50 worth of crap and they're going to make their money back. So you could do the same. That's cool. Yeah. I wonder.
And you have to do that with lesser, with smaller titles.
Right, you don't do it with Infinite Crisis because everyone wants it anyway. But like the Fables or the Walking Dead or those kind of things.
Build up your customer support. I mean, if you want to sell
Queen and Country,
those little
Queen and Country,
you got to sell those other books. I mean, you can't just keep selling X-Men and Superman. You can't survive. Your other stuff has to survive too, because you're going to be eating. They're going to sit in the back issue bins, and then you're done.
It reminds me when I went to that crisis counseling at the Baltimore con. Dan DiDio, he said, if people aren't buying Batman and Superman, then they're doing something wrong. But if they can get you to buy one of the lesser characters, then they're doing something right. And those are the ones that they try to push because those are the ones that are more difficult for people to pick up.
I'd agree with that.
I'd like to hear, if we have any retailers listening, I'd like to hear if they've ever tried anything like that and if it worked. Maybe none of them are doing it because it doesn't work, or maybe they're not doing it because they just didn't think about doing it. I don't know. Or they just don't want to lose that 50 cents or something. I don't know.
I think it's also the what do you want to call it? Like Wizard and comic, I guess Comics Journal, but like Newsarama, like
the fan
us,
press.
the fan press. I think it's also partly our responsibility too to also be promoting stuff that we really like and not always going after the big things. Because it's easy. It's easy to constantly talk about how good some X book or this X writer or that X artist. You know what I mean? It's like, go after the smaller stuff.
Well, maybe we just need another edition of what I'm reading that should I wish had a larger audience.
Yeah, we'll do that. I think that's also what Off the Rack kind of also does every now and then too.
That's what I try to do with that too.
Yeah.
Speaking, I mean, does anybody have an off the rack? We didn't talk about it ahead of time.
I do, but it's totally mainstream. Do you want to do it now?
I have one. I mean, I could do one if I.
Yeah,
sure, we're talking about it. Oh, by the way, sorry, I keep kicking you. We still don't know what the DCBS contest winner is yet, correct?
Correct.
We'll get there. We promise. But we're hoping. I guess we can. It's okay to announce, right? That maybe we could use one or two of those for our own, for like intros into certain segments and things like that. So I mean, once they pick who their winner is, if we find something we really, really, really like, we'd love to take one or two of those, and we have stuff here that we can give away. It's not $100 worth of trades, but it's something, because I always feel like whenever we get into one of these segments, like, where's the music?
Yeah, cue the music.
Yeah. What were you going to talk about off the rack?
I just read. I have two, but I'll go with one that's less mainstream. I just read the Marvel's Digest Machine Teen, and it was pretty good. It wasn't knock 'em dead like Sentinel or Runaways or even that Clockwork. Clockwork Thugs Show was the name of the one.
Livewires,
yeah. But it was interesting. It makes me want to do research, and I need to go read Machine Man now and see if any of the characters connect, like the scientists, because there's a bunch of scientists in this book, and I need to go look to see if they're the same scientists who are working on Machine Man. It's boy finds out he's a robot, and then has to deal with the consequences of being a robot, and the government's trying to chase him down, and the father built the robot, and he abandoned the machine project, years ago, and ran away with some information, and that's the overall concept, and it's 5 issues, and the artwork is decent, and the storytelling is decent. I mean, it would definitely, probably if you were a 13-year-old kid, you'd probably love it, because it would be like, wow, imagine if I was a robot, oh, that'd be so cool, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, it sets up the character to be used again, so if Marvel decides if there was another series, I probably wouldn't run out and buy it. But it was fairly entertaining, so it was interesting. Like I said, it would be more interesting if I find out that the scientists are the same as Machine Man. So I might give it 3, I guess. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't exceptional either. But if you have if you have a teenage boy or something, it's probably be a fun read for them.
You hear that out there, Michael Jackson? If you have
oh, jeez.
I got to bring it home somehow.
Probably, actually, it's, is it Maxim Glory who posts pictures of his kids all the time?
Oh, yeah.
I would say, I mean, I don't think his kids are 13, but even a 9-year-old or whatever, I think they would probably love it. So I would probably recommend it for them.
Cool.
And then they would probably give it like a 4 or 5 stars.
Right. Mine is totally mainstream, and the only reason it's mainstream, or that I'm even suggesting it, is because I've been reading so much other stuff that I finally got to this. 19 issues, the last 19 issues of Jeff Johns' Flash run. And again, I've been putting it off because I've been reading all this other stuff for Book of the Month and suggestions from the forum and things like that. So, sorry, it's mainstream, but I'm not apologizing for it. It's Jeff Johns, Howard Porter on the art for, I'd say, about 85% of the books. Covers by Michael Turner, Ethan Van Sciver, and also Howard Porter at the end. What a way to go out. If you're going to go out, after years of writing one character, you might as well go out on an upswing, and he does. He nails it. He nails that last story. It doesn't, the Mark Waid, it's unfair to compare, but the Mark Waid run kind of went out with a little whimper more than a bang. Excuse me. These issues deal with everything leading up to Identity Crisis. They lead out of Identity, or during Identity Crisis. There's the last story arc is the Rogues War, which is just, each issue gets better and better, and it's fun. Even though it's not a serious event, but it still has a lot of fun to it. Some great character surprises. I love the way he writes Wally West. He remembers things about Wally West, like his friendship with Dick Grayson and his connection to the Titans and things like that. And I always appreciate that. He has such a grasp of the villains, the Rogues Gallery. It just was really a great read as far as just a typical mainstream superhero comic. So I have to just... It's the most recent thing I read, and I really, really enjoyed it.
I have to say, I was just telling Murd the other day that I think the hero that has the coolest villains would have to be the Flash, and that was just by reading the Rogue War. I was like, you know what? Those villains are so interesting. It's completely different from Batman's rogues, because they're all psychotic. I mean, these guys actually seem to be... They work together. They have a respect and honor among these for the most part. Mm-hmm. And just reading it... to have it different from what I'm used to, they're pretty interesting. Yeah,
I love the way he did what he did with it, and there's a whole other backstory involving another secret, and it's good. It's fun to read books like that. I appreciate books like that, that really have a good sense of their history and where they are currently. Because if you're a fan of what's going on in DC. There's a lot of stuff in this that really helps to add to the story. You don't need it, but it certainly adds to the story. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think one of the things Jeff Johns really did, you talk about the Rogues Gallery being really cool. I think that's his legacy for this book. He took the Rogues Gallery, which at times wasn't cool, and took a whole lot of lame characters and really, I thought, delved into their background and turned them into interesting characters. Yep. Captain Cold is not the most interesting character, walking around with a little cold gun, but, to give him the backstory of, I guess, his sister, and, his relationship now, he's almost the de facto leader of the Rogues, he and Mirror Master. That, to me, will be Jeff Johns' legacy for this book.
Yep.
Just, really fleshing out the bad guys.
Yeah. And it's traded. I think there's at least... I know it's up to The Secret of Barry Allen, which is kind of midway through what I read. There might even be one after that. I think the Rogues War is also traded, or getting there.
I think it was solicited, but it hasn't come out yet. Maybe.
Okay. And after such a strong run, there's... Well, it is canceled. I don't even think it's in the new previews.
I think there's one or two more after this one that just came out last week.
Yeah, and we have no idea where it's going to go, what the Flash is going to be after, Infinite Crisis. So, but it was good. I gave it a 4.5.
For me, it was just a book that we keep talking about, we keep hammering home, and more people I read on the board are reading this. But I just read the last 2 issues of Marvel Team Up. The Robert Kirkman book. The one issue I read was the Invincible crossover with Invincible and Spider-Man, which was, I thought, really well done. It was funny. It was again like reading old time Marvel with the joking Spider-Man and Invincible there cracking jokes too. It was believable as to how he got there. I guess in the actual book you're gonna have to wait till issue 33, which comes out in April of 2006, to find out exactly how Invincible got where he was. But the explanation he gave was totally plausible. It wasn't one of those where they see each other and they fight for the first 10 pages or so, and then they suddenly realize they're both heroes. Some really funny stuff with he and Dr. Octopus. I thought it was hilarious. And then the next one starts up the next big story arc, which is entitled League of Losers, and it's heroes such as Darkhawk, Speedball, Cloak and Dagger, Sleepwalker, and just the storyline seems to be somebody's wiping out all the big bad guys, all the big good guys, I should say, and it's going to be up to these League of Losers to save the day. So I'm looking for it. Like I said, laid the groundwork really nicely. looking forward to the next run. But Marvel Team Up is a book. If you keep, you're still hesitating on, you still won't listen to us. Damn it, get out there and buy that book. It's a fun book. Robert Kirkman is a hell of a writer.
Have you read anything, even if it was something old?
Well, actually, I'm leaning towards mentioning New Thunderbolts here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a clearinghouse for like old school Marvel superhero goodness. I mean, you get to see like characters and concepts and situations that don't necessarily fit into the plans of Marvel books published elsewhere. Plus, just talking about the Flash and the Rogues and the fleshing out of the second or third string bad guy characters, you see a lot of the same sort of thing going on in New Thunderbolts too, excepting they don't have to share the spotlight with the Flash. It's like these bad guys who are trying to be good guys sort of are the protagonists here, and in a way I think that's even more interesting. So I've never cared more about the radioactive man than I do right now, thanks to this book. So give it a look.
I'm reading that second trade right now.
And good, solid artwork by Tom Grummett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I think they have like Rick Leonardi or somebody doing the last few issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he's come in and the artwork is kind of going downhill.
Definitely a step.
Really?
Which is
usually
surprising.
really, really good.
Yeah, because I really like Rick Leonardi's stuff, but it's not up to it. Just doesn't
Spidey
seem to be up to
$20.99
snuff.
standards.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Maybe it's just that these characters don't quite fit into a Spidey 2099 world.
Yeah.
Suit the pencils to the milieu,
Cool.
I have to say, right now, I just started a couple days ago, but Jamie had loaned me From Hell, the trade, and I think I'm halfway through the second chapter. It's pretty interesting. I'm a fan of studying Jack the Ripper. I did a report for a senior project in college, looking at the investigative techniques used to try to capture him. And it's an interesting read. In fact, I think I'm going to buy it, even though I'm borrowing it and reading it now, but just so I have my own copy. I'm actually pushing for it to be something like a book of the year, because it's going to take that long to read it. But it's pretty good. There's a lot of stuff that I don't quite see how it's fitting into the grander scheme, but I'm assuming that some of the extra stuff that has seemingly nothing to do with the plot's going to come together more further and further you go with it.
Are you reading the annotations after each issue, or are you waiting?
I am just reading from cover to cover,
Just
so
cover
whatever
to cover.
comes up, I'm reading through. Because I've been told if you like the movie, which I did, then you're going to love the book because it makes the movie look horrible.
Yeah.
So I figure...
It adds a lot more to it.
Okay.
There's in the back, there's like breakdowns of each issue of certain things, that can be read, you don't have to, but I'm sure it adds to it. That's a tough book.
I liked it, and when the first time I was in England, my cousin and I were trying to decide what to do, and we decided to go for the Jack the Ripper walk, which, some people would say, oh, it's cheesy or whatever, but a guy that I knew who lived in England said, you got to do this. This is actually cool. So you go and you meet at the Tower of London, and then your tour guide shows up, and you pay a couple pounds or whatever, and then you go walking around the city, and he takes you to most of the places where the dead bodies were found, and he explains the whole story. And we got lucky, because there are a couple people who do this, and we got lucky that the guy who was there that night was a guy named Donald Rumbelow, who is the world's most premier ripperologist. Like he runs the Jack the Ripper Museum, and he was a detective for many years himself, so he knows about crime and all this stuff, and he takes it seriously. He has no theories about who he was, because the evidence does not point to anyone, so he doesn't claim to think. He just gives you the facts. And it was freaky, and some of those sections of London are not the best sections, and it's a little shady, and it's just spooky, and it was really, really cool. So some of our listeners who are in England, if they're in London and they never took that walk, I would recommend it, and just find out when Donald does it, and take his tour and not some of the other ones. It's very cool.
Better yet, send us tickets so we can go and see it. 'Cause I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, some plane tickets. No, it was really cool. And so you see in this book, you see a lot of the fact, but then you see the stuff that more just threw in as conjecture and stuff, which makes it interesting. If you know the truth before you read this book, I think it makes it more interesting. Because Alan Moore said, hey, this isn't the story. This is my idea of what might have happened based on the facts, and so it's very interesting.
It's like his JFK, like what Oliver Stone did with JFK.
Exactly. Yeah. So are we gonna do some trivia.
Sure. Where's the music?
Oh, I didn't.
Come
cue it up.
on.
This is not really Stump the Rios now, though.
I know, but
you
still,
know.
you know.
This is a special trivia. We have Adam here,
Uh-oh.
Hello.
you know, who, since he's, you know, like the Britannica of comic knowledge.
He's the Rain Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We decided we have to have an Adam-Peter head-to-head. So we can't use Peter's trivia questions because, of course, Peter wrote them all, so he has the advantage. So the rest of us are just going to sit around, Jamie, Matt, and I are going to sit around the room with our Marvel and DC encyclopedias and just kind of randomly pick things out and see. I don't know who shouts the answer first, or how we going to take turns. With
Do you want to just whoever goes first, the other person gets to steal? You know, if they have it.
All right, that's a good idea.
Because might as well do it like that.
Yeah. There needs to be like a Marquis of Queensberry rules for this sort of thing.
Whatever.
What?
It's like the gentleman's rules for dueling that they used to use back when people
okay.
still did that sort of thing.
Who's keeping score?
The listeners at home.
Okay.
No.
Let them keep their own score.
Of course, we didn't study ahead of time and have even one question prepared.
Okay, we're gonna do a whole bunch of like real names. This is my real name. Who do you know me better as?
Who's going first?
Should we like Rochambeau for it or what?
Whatever that means.
Rock,
that's
paper,
like-
scissors.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
You don't want to do a Rochambeau.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Ah.
Two scissors.
Scissors.
This could take forever.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh.
Paper beats rock.
All right, go ahead.
Good old rock. Nothing beats it. Okay, my name is Wilbur Day.
Stilt man. Yeah. I like Duffy Stilt man.
Yeah, he's correct.
I told you this is gonna be rough.
Holy mackerel.
Who was revealed to be the original Hobgoblin?
This is my question now.
I guess. Are we
Should we
just
just
throwing them
bounce
out?
back?
Or?
Adam went first, so it's your turn.
Yeah.
Just alternate.
Who was revealed? Oh crap. The first time, or who really was? Because Ned Leeds was the one that they broke in on, but it turned out to be
No, I'm talking that it revealed to be.
real to be later that
Yeah, Roger Stern went back in the Hobgoblin Lives miniseries.
and I can't think of his name. Go.
Roderick Kingsley. It's kind of a...
That is
Was he
correct.
It's an
Was he a
anticlimax.
Was he a fashion guy?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, see, I do know some of these things. All right, so he got that. Now it's your question.
How about we'll do a first appearance?
Oh, Numbers. Ugh.
Well,
Hit him too. Go ahead.
all right, yeah. First appearance of Martian Manhunter.
Detective Comics number 255.
Peter?
Shit, that was my answer.
Ooh.
256.
225,
Oh,
not
man.
255.
Dead bird.
It was in November of 1955.
55. Okay.
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
My question. Who's got one?
Oh, here's one. Here's one.
Okay.
What was the first appearance of Mirror Master 3? Evan McCulloch.
Oh, Animal Man number. We just read it. 5 was the Coyote. 6 was the Thanagar. 7, 8.
That's correct.
That was a gimme.
So did Morrison create that character then? That no wonder he's Scottish, huh? Or,
Yeah, he made him a Scottish. He's the third though.
Yeah,
maybe
'cause-
Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
dressed up as the Mirror Master once
Alright,
or twice, yeah.
Okay, my real name is Carl Lucas.
That would be Cage, Power Man, whatever one of his little things you want to go with.
You are correct.
Carl
Wait,
Earl
Luke
Lucas.
Cage isn't his real name?
Nope. His middle name was Earl.
Oh my God! Who's got a question?
Okay, what character? This is for you now.
Yeah.
Right? What villain first appeared? What villain's first appearance was in Starman number 0?
The Mist's son. The hell was his name? Do I have to be more specific than that? The Mist's son?
Well, that would be wrong.
Oh. Okay. That was my answer.
Well, actually, I think his son and his daughter both appeared in Starman #0.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, that could be because I'm looking at Miss 2, which is the girl.
Yeah,
Oh.
Nash.
So yeah, Nash.
But
What was
son,
his name?
Kyle.
Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, the Mist and his son were both named Kyle. Yeah, I hadn't known.
Maybe I mean so maybe
So the whole
Kyle
George
is
Foreman thing.
maybe Kyle is correct as well.
Well, why don't you give me another one? We'll take that as a
That's fair.
as a throwaway. I bet you have one?
Yeah, I got one.
This is for me. Right, we're going to go back to me since we're scrubbing out.
Yeah.
What is Humbug's real name?
You suck.
Humbug.
No idea.
I don't even know who Humbug is.
Sad thing is,
Do you know it?
no, I don't actually. But the sad thing is, back when we were kids in junior high, Matt gave me a research assignment to look up the real names of all these different Spider-Man villains, and Humbug is one of them. I actually bought his first appearance in Web of Spider-Man #8 or something just to find out what his name was, and I don't freaking remember it.
It's actually Web of Spider-Man #19.
Oh well.
Who is it? What is it?
Buck Mitty.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like some phony name, or if you say it, Buck Mitty, or what does it
A
mean?
porn name.
I'm buck naked. I'm a porn star.
It's Adam's question now, whoever's got one.
Okay, my real name is Eric Brooks.
Eric Brooks. Brooks. This is generic. Eric Brooks. Stiletto.
You are incorrect, sir.
I thought so.
Eric Brooks. Phew.
Shoot myself.
This one, when I read it, I was like, huh?
I was going to say Atlas or the Thunderbolts Atlas because it's Eric. Maybe it's like a pseudonym, an alias, but I don't think that's it.
We read his first appearance in Essential 2 of Dracula. #10.
Oh.
Blade?
That's Blade the Vampire Slayer's real name.
Oh, I never knew that.
I did not know that either until Eric Brooks, his real name, Eric Brooks. First appearance,
Huh.
Tomb of Dracula, Volume 1, #10.
Whose turn is it?
Mine.
What hero made his first appearance in Detective Comics before Batman?
Oof. I should know this. Slam Bradley. Which is technically correct, but probably not the one you're looking for.
Yeah, well, I should say, I don't know how to word. I was trying to word it so it's not like whose first appearance was an issue, so I was trying to. But yeah, there could be multiple ones.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put it this way: what character predated Batman, who later incantations went on to be a member of the Justice Society?
Oh, Dr. Colt? No, that's not right. Shit.
That's not the answer I'm looking for. Let's put it that way.
Ma Hunkel. Red Tornado. I don't know.
Matt?
Uh,
I mean Adam.
He's
Sorry, I'm
not
looking
playing.
at Adam and saying Matt.
Dude, well, I don't know. The Justice Society remark kind of threw me off a little
Yeah.
bit. I was thinking the Crimson Avenger.
That's correct.
Okay, but he wasn't in the Justice.
No, I said later incarnations. Because the Crimson Avenger 2
In the current one.
Oh,
is in the
right,
current
right.
JSA.
I see what you're saying.
Is that where he appeared in Detective, huh?
Detective Comics number 20,
Wow.
October of 1938. I just thought that was interesting. Cause
Yep. He is technically in continuity, he's the first masked superhero, right? Is that, or mystery man, I should say.
Yeah, because I remember that one issue of the Morrison run on Aztec, the Ultimate Man.
Yeah.
There was like an initiation ceremony, and they used the
Crimson,
Crimson
yeah.
Avenger's old gear.
That's 4 for Adam and 1 for me. Wah, wah. This is his question.
His? Okay, this might be a softball. My first appearance was in Captain America #117. Who am I?
I'm going to say the Falcon.
You are correct.
Okay.
Yikes. It's going to be Stump the Murdo soon.
I got one for you. This
Go.
is one of the few things I remember out of the Secret Wars 2. What did Spider-Man teach the Beyonder to do?
How to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Good question, Matt.
Wow.
I'm just coming up with the wording for one. I'm trying to save you guys from just first appearance.
Right.
What major player in the world of the JSA had their first appearance in More Fun Comics number 55, May of 1940?
Dr. Fate?
Well, that's not
that's
quite
not
the
right.
answer I'm looking for.
Count Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate?
No? More Fun New 55?
But
Naboo?
yes.
Where Dr. Fate also did appear in there, too. Yeah.
Well, but I'm just,
Right.
that's...
Should we give him another one, since that's kind of similar to the
See,
other?
these are questions you kind of have to do research
I know.
before you can say this stuff. That's the tricky part.
We should almost ask questions to each other.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
You
Go
ever
ahead.
see
Try to
the...
stump one another.
Who's got a...
It's
Who's
like
got
a...
Do you have a DC encyclopedia over there?
You want something, Murd?
I'm sure you could pick it right out of your head, right?
Well, not
Come
that
on.
instantaneously. I had a good one, actually.
Go ahead.
All right. Solomon Grundy. He evolved out of the corpse of a man who was murdered in the 19th century in Slaughter Swamp outside Gotham City. What was the name of that guy?
Are these
His
worth
last
double
name
points?
is Gold.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
The hell is his first name? Cyrus?
Cyrus Gold. There you go.
Let's see. Here's one I'll give to Adam. In what team would you find the characters Felicity?
Omega Man.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah, she was pretty cute.
Yeah, she was.
What was Skinhead's real name?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Hell.
Get into...
Pick some characters
Put
that
down the
I've
web of
actually read.
Spider-Man already.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, it's like some neo-Nazi guy who like gains the ability to like shapeshift into this big blob of protoplasm. I have his first appearance somewhere gathering dust.
Yikes.
No idea what his name is.
Eddie Cross.
Eddie Cross.
Thank you for that knowledge. Whose question is it, by the way? Do we know?
I've lost.
It's back to you, I'm pretty sure.
Back to me? Okay. Anybody have any?
Oh, I got one.
Go.
Who was Spider-Carnage? I'm looking for specific here.
The real Cletus Cassidy? Is that? Or are you looking
No,
for that?
Spider-Carnage, not Carnage. Spider-Carnage.
Spider-Carnage. Oof. I would have no idea.
You got a guess at that, Bird?
Well, I think it was when like Ben Reilly was Spider-Man.
That's correct.
Okay, he was possessed by the Carnage symbiote. Yeah. Just a one shot.
Whose turn is it? What is Saturn Girl's real name?
Imra Ardeen of Titan.
Why couldn't you give me that?
I don't know. It looked weird. I thought no one would know it.
Oh, come on. She's one of the founders.
What was Vermin's first appearance?
First appearances. Any Christmas.
No idea.
For some reason, I always associate him
Wait,
with...
isn't it Peter's turn?
Yeah, that's why I said there's no idea.
Oh,
Okay.
I had no idea.
Oh, I'm going to say Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 49.
And I would counter that with Captain America, number 272.
Oh, jeez. That was entirely the wrong neighborhood.
Whose turn is it?
Mine. Oh, no, it's his.
Adams. This team includes Judy Walton, Dane...
The Sea Devils.
As soon as you said
And
Dane.
her brother, Nikki.
I thought, gee, neither of you might know this. I shouldn't be allowed to pick questions. 'Cause I never even heard of the Sea Devils.
What's the Walrus's real name?
Oh, I know this one. I
No
know this,
idea.
I think I do. Oh, crud. I don't think I do, actually. It was something... I'm going to say Hubert Carpenter.
And that would be correct.
All right, and it was
Jesus.
something Carpenter.
It's his turn.
Okay.
What Marvel villain's real name is Galen?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Galactus.
You are
There we
correct.
go.
I was like, if he doesn't know, I knew that one.
All right, Peter.
Yeah.
This is DC, of course. This super team includes Brahma, Loser, White Lotus, Outburst, Silencer, and Pyrogen.
Damn. They started to sound familiar, and then they went nowhere fast. Say it again. Brahma?
Brahma, Loser,
Loser.
White Lotus, Outburst, Silencer, and Pyrogen.
Hero Hotline.
No?
Omax mowed down most of them recently. We're talking the Superman of America
That's
here.
correct.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Whose turn is it? Yours, Murd?
I guess
Yeah.
it's mine.
On what hand did the live-action Spider-Man wear his web shooter?
Oh, for crying. Well, I got a 50-50 chance.
That's right.
Is he a lefty?
He's a righty.
Dad.
Hey, I could have answered that.
All right, whose turn is it?
Mine.
In the group, the evil group known as the Men from Nowhere,
Yeah.
what does the Nowhere stand for?
Oh, it stands for a whole bunch of things. I don't know what, but they always were changing it. So
Is this a Doom Patrol thing?
Yes.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea whatsoever.
Yeah.
Now our weapons hanker eager recognizing eccentricity.
They kept changing it like in every. I got one for Adam here.
Okey-doke.
The Donald Richards Manhunter had a sidekick dog named.
Thor.
Yep.
And I got one for you.
Go.
What's Quasar's middle name?
The the Marvel Quasar.
Yeah, the Marvel Quasar.
Crap.
Is there a DC Quasar?
I don't know.
That's his way of
I'm
getting out.
I'm stalling so I can think. It's Wendell Vaughn is his name, but what the heck is his middle name?
Yep. Jamie, if you've got Quasar in there, you can back me up on this.
No, I believe you. Vincent.
Well, actually, you're not that far off. It's Elvis.
Elvis.
Wendell Elvis Vaughn.
That poor guy.
That's always just stuck in my mind as one of the coolest middle names out there.
Whose turn is it? DC character Human Target, real name Christopher Chance.
Mm-hmm.
What was his motivation for being the good guy?
A nasty assassin named Dancer killed off his father.
That is correct.
He operated out of Boston, didn't he?
For a bonus point, can you name the first appearance?
No.
Action Comics 419.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I was going to come up with that.
Whose turn is it? Peter's?
Mine.
Here, I'll give you an easy one.
Yeah.
What's Peter Parker's middle name?
I didn't even know he had a middle name. Benjamin.
That would be correct.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. Oh, I got 4 to Adam's 13.
See, unlucky number, though. I'm going to start falling any minute now.
There's so many. I don't know what to ask because I don't know any of it. You guys.
I know.
Give me some of the powers of the Eye of Agamotto, or Agamotto. The Eye of Agamotto. Give me some of its powers. What can it make? What can it allow Stephen Strange to do?
Well, he can see stuff that's happening in other places. I know he can do astral projection. I'm not sure if that's related to the eye. Read the history of objects. I don't know, I'm just pulling things out of my ass of Agamotto right now.
It says here he can see through disguises, invoke images of the immediate past, track both corporeal and ethereal entities by their psychic and magical emissions, probe the minds of sentient beings, and open gateways into other dimensions.
Yeah, if I'd come up with that word for word, you would have my permission to stone me right now.
No, I just wanted a couple of them. I just figured.
Peter,
Yeah.
Because asking you
who
what
was
it was
the
called.
first artist to draw Jonah Hex?
Oh,
That is a good question.
I know this. Hold on. It was just in back issue. Oh, what was that guy's name? Tony Dizuniga? Dizuniga, something like
Dizuniga.
that. Yeah. Is it Tony?
Yeah, that's correct.
There you go.
You know, that's what's missing from this DC Encyclopedia.
Creator
The creators.
credits? Yep.
Yeah, because that would be great. You know, the
I
guy.
totally agree.
Because especially for trivia, it's just
Hmm.
Well, I think it's part of...
the character.
Yeah, like DC did it in their loose leaf sporadically. Like they added who created these characters. But I think it's part of their existence. We need to
Right.
know these things.
Yeah.
Where did Matt Murdock go to law school?
Well, I'll just go to the go-to place for the Marvel Universe for higher education and say Empire State.
And I'll say Columbia.
You would be correct, Peter.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Wah, wah, da, 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 da.
Get your DC.
Serious.
Question.
I'll throw one at you. Here's a hard one.
All right.
Maybe it's not. What's Demon's... what does he say to change into the demon? Jason Blood.
Oh, what you mean the whole verse or just
yeah.
the short version?
the whole
Okay.
one. I'll be evil and say the whole verse.
All right. Change, transmogrify. Boil the blood and heart of fire. Free the something from fleshly mire. Gone, O form of man, rise the demon Etrigan.
I'll take it. I just want to hear it.
What was being freed from the fleshly mire?
I don't know. They don't have it here. I just...
Use!
Because I kind
I
of
thought
know
about
it.
asking you that question, but I didn't see it in
yeah.
there, and I didn't know.
I kind of
But
do
it's
it.
against
so
me.
it's fine.
I just love you guys. Nobody can see this, but us in the room. When Adam goes into his like trance, he puts his fingers on his head like he's pushing a button, accessing all this information. It's hilarious.
It's more like a Professor X thing.
Yes, I know.
To me, my trivia.
He's like the comic Johnny Mnemonic.
Please. Don't compare me to Keanu.
Okay, who's
It's mine.
yours?
Mine.
Okay, everybody knows that Superman, to get Mr. Mispitlick to go back to his dimension, must get him to either say or spell his name backwards. Spell his name backwards, Peter.
Oh, criminy.
I can do it.
Hold on.
Hold on.
There's two versions, so I'm going with
The Silver Age,
the
I think.
yeah.
is what we're going with.
KLTPZYXM.
You got it.
Booyah.
Adam, who wrote the Long Shot miniseries for Marvel?
Claremont?
And Nocenti.
That's correct.
Poopies.
I'm catching up.
I know,
Barely.
I know. I told you, 13 is not a good number. Right.
Do you have a question for me?
I do.
Go.
All right. Let's see. The Silver Age miniseries written by Mark Waid a little while ago.
Sure.
A crossover event. It
Yep.
hinged around Agamemnon, the main villain, needing to gather 3 important artifacts to power his little world-conquering machine. What were those 3 artifacts important to DC Comics history?
Oh, what were they? Damn. Right now, all I see is the JLA Avengers artifacts. That's the only thing that's screaming in my mind right now. Was one a Green Lantern battery?
Yes, one was.
I want to say, I don't think this is right, an Orb of Ra.
Not in
No,
this
that's
case, no.
that's JLA Avengers.
Yes,
Crap.
it was.
Damn it. I don't remember.
We're looking for the Thanagarian Absorbiscon and Jewel Kryptonite. Little known and seldom seen variety.
Yeah. Damn it.
Adam, going with the theme, excuse me, of my earlier off the rack. Who wrote the 1984 Machine Man miniseries?
Who wrote the 1984 Machine Man miniseries? I know who wrote the ongoing series that followed. So I'll just say that. Tom DeFalco.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Did Ditko draw the miniseries?
No, Barry Windsor Smith.
Okay.
Which is why I love it so much.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good miniseries.
Okay, Peter. Sarge, Pooch, Una, Gunner are just a few of the members of...
The Losers.
Oh, God.
You got it.
The Losers Special from the Crisis is one of the few comic books that has actually made me cry.
Really?
Yes, it's when Pooch was dying.
Oh.
It's like, Sarge, Pooch wants to shake your hand. It's just like, I lost it.
Did you read the DC New Frontier with them in it?
Well, I have it. If you remember, I'm just now reading things I bought in 1999.
You need to skip ahead and read that.
Are the Losers in there?
Oh, yeah. And a very prominent, they're great.
I likes me some Losers.
Well, if anybody kept score, that was 15-9.
The gap is closing.
Adam definitely kicking my butt.
Should we call somebody?
Yeah. Because we're running out of time here. That was a good round. I certainly would not... Your powers of trivia are strong.
You are a worthy
All right, we're
opponent.
going to call
My young Jedi friend.
John Schutt.
That's a name you don't want to mess up.
I bow to Adam's knowledge.
And I bow right back, sir. After all, I answer this stuff, but you made the game.
Your trivia is strong.
Busy.
Busy?
Why?
Busy.
John.
Oh, come on.
All right, let's pick somebody else here.
Somebody who's not too busy to answer the phone.
And since it is a new year, once we actually hit the next episode recording, we'll be doing Stump the Rios for the Actor Fund.
Oh, okay.
Collecting for the Actor Fund.
Actor.
Yep.
And then we're going to call Paul Price.
Isn't that the fun where we're trying to get money together so Ben Affleck can go to acting?
Oh, jeez. It's to help the older veterans of the comic book industry.
Yep, it's like a retirement fund for him.
It's a worthy cause.
Yep.
Hello there.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
I'm sensing answering machine.
Strike two.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Hello.
Hello?
We got cut off.
Oh, we got cut off.
Oh, okay.
The answer
somebody picked
our
up.
message was too long.
For a second, I thought the episode was over.
Man. All right, I guess we'll try one more here.
Yeah. Everybody's
Somebody-
out like shop
somebody be home.
returning
He
gifts.
loves us tonight.
How could they be returning gifts? It's after the new year.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Okay, this guy says he can't be reached at this time of the day. Okay, you want to call... We're going to call Joe Pasco. We met him down in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe his girlfriend will be with him.
That's a good possibility.
Is he the young guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we met a couple people down there. My memories and what he used to be.
We saw him a couple times.
Okay, yeah.
Couple times,
now I know exactly
yeah.
who we're talking about.
Oh, come on.
Maybe everybody else was to go first ring.
5:30.
Could be asleep.
There are rules after a certain time.
Hello?
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, it's Brian Deemer and CGS.
Joe!
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
What's up, guys?
Well, you're the first caller of the new year.
Oh, that's awesome.
How was your Christmas?
It was great, actually.
Yeah, did you get any comics?
Oh, I got lots of stuff. I got Walking Dead 4 and the new Titans trade and first volume of Girls, the Luna Brothers. I got tons of stuff.
Nice. From family, friends?
I guess basically from family. I bought it all myself and gave it to my parents to give to me.
Yeah, you go into Shane route.
Pull a Shane.
Yeah, that was the way that I made sure that they they got the best prices on in-stock trades, and then and that way they didn't mess anything up and get me the wrong one. So.
Way to plug the site. Love it.
Hey, yeah, I use it all the time.
Would you say it's your favorite site on the internet?
It's up there.
What are you doing today? Are you just are you in school or what?
No, I'm not in school anymore, but I'm just got out of work a couple of hours ago. I'm actually sitting here. I got the 2 Spider-Man mugs with hot chocolate for Christmas, like as a stocking stuffer, and I'm sitting here making the hot chocolate.
Nice.
Is that for you and your girlfriend?
Yes, she's right here.
Oh, let us talk to her.
Come on.
Yeah, here she is. Hold on. I knew you were going to ask. Oh, no, she's running away.
What's her name again? Christine?
Christina.
Yeah.
Christina, yeah. Hold on.
Hello.
Hello, Christina.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Do you remember us from Baltimore?
Yeah, I remember you guys.
Cool.
All right, good.
Who could forget us?
Have you read any good comics since then?
But since Alias, no, that's all I read so far. But I'm getting ready to read Girls.
Cool. All right, cool. Tasha read the first issue and she liked it, so.
Yeah, I'm excited to read it. I'm really excited. I just need time to read it.
Did Joe get you some good Christmas presents?
Yeah, he did. He got me the the Carmen Electra striptease.
Excellent.
Nothing wrong with that.
Way to go, Joe.
Wait, the Carmen Electra what?
Is it like an
Striptease.
instructional video or
Yeah,
something?
she shows you how to strip.
It's like a
Exercise.
cardio type thing.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
exercise
No.
video.
Oh. Guess we're going down to Baltimore again. Was that supposed to be private? You just blew the lid on that?
No. I
Okay.
see my family.
That's cool.
That's funny.
What are you guys doing for New Year's?
New Year's, he's having a party at his apartment.
Oh, are we invited?
Sure. I just got yelled at today for inviting too many more people, but you guys can come.
So we're okay, though.
Yeah.
We'll probably skip out and go to the Goddess anyway, so.
Yeah.
Huh?
We'd probably forget it.
Inside
Never
What?
mind. Where's Joe? We'll talk to him now. We'll let you off the hook.
Okay, hold on a second.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Good call on that Christmas present.
It was her idea, not mine.
Oh, even better.
Even better.
It's funny, I actually left you guys a voicemail today.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of oddly, coincidental.
Yeah,
that,
we're many behind on voicemail, so we'll
Yeah.
you'll
yeah,
hear it
that's cool.
next month
Yeah.
sometime.
This episode will be up on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can hear it then.
Now,
What
we
you
hope we
guys
didn't
talk
leave.
about? Oh,
we-
go ahead, what?
We hope we didn't let the cat out of the bag by telling her that you were going to propose.
Oh, yeah. She'd kill me.
We actually just we read some emails. We did some an off the rack, and we did a lengthy trivia segment between Adam Murdo and I, just because he's such a trivia guru.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and we had some discussions about the
And
comic
we got
shops
some
and
Christmas presents from
Yeah.
some listeners, so that was fun for us.
a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, that's always good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite book that you're reading right now?
I'm actually in the middle of It's Superman, so.
Oh,
But as far as comics, I'm only wait for the trade guy, so I'm not. Besides Infinite Crisis, which I haven't even picked up issue 3 yet because I just didn't get a chance to, even though I'm aching to go get it. That's the only monthly book I'm picking up.
How are you liking that It's Superman?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Okay,
Oh, I love it, Superman. It's great.
cool.
Very good.
It's exactly like. I had actually seen it in the bookstore and thought, wow, this looks really good. And then I heard the episode that you guys had, and I was like, I definitely want to start reading that. At that point, I had already ordered it off of the internet, so I just I started reading it the day after I heard the episode. It was like, I need to start reading this now.
Way to do your homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you said you just got the newest Teen Titans trade. Is that?
Yeah.
I'll tell
Yeah, I
you
think
what. That thing is 10 issues. And
Yeah.
it's
huge.
$9.95 cover price. So
Right, and on in-stock trades, it's like $6.50. It was
yeah,
ridiculous.
for 10 issues. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I know. As soon as I saw it, when I pulled it out of the box, I'm like, I can't believe how thick this is. It's
Yeah.
like,
How's the paper quality? What kind of
It's
paper
like
quality
that
is?
it's the same as the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. It's not the glossy paper, but you know,
Right.
It's not the
standard-
thin stuff either.
No, it's not real thin.
Cool.
No.
Is this a Jeff Johns stuff, or
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so for anyone who hasn't read any of the new Teen Titans, I mean, this is like the third or fourth trade, so you'd be jumping in the middle. But for that price point, how can you say no?
And me like a
Yeah.
punk buying it each month. Jeez.
Is that the one with the Titans of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you coming to
It's
New
still
York?
mine, too.
I'm working on it. I want to. I just not sure if I'm going to be able to afford it.
Right.
But I definitely want to.
Well, you can sleep on the floor in our hotel room and chip in. We'll divide it by 9 ways instead of 8. Then.
I think we're going to be sneaking about 20 people into 2 rooms.
Right.
We'll be hanging some hammocks from the ceiling or something.
Right.
You know.
Somebody's
come in.
sleeping in the
We're
tub.
gonna go to IKEA and get some bunk beds and set them up.
Yeah, I actually work at IKEA, so
Oh, fantastic! You bring some along.
yeah, exactly. It's all flat packed and tied to the roof. you
That's
know?
right. All right, Joe. Well, we're running out of time, so we're going to say goodbye, and we wish you good luck. I know you entered the contest for the theme
Yeah.
song, so we're still waiting to hear. So,
Okay, great. Well, thanks for calling. It was great to hear from you guys, and I'm looking forward to every episode. So,
Cool.
all right. Well, have a great
Thank
New
you.
Year.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
That's fine. We get the girlfriends every time.
I thought that's why we call.
This is the only reason we call.
What if she likes the smell of Batman cologne?
You should have told her that. I got some Batman cologne, baby.
Why do you think I remembered her name?
Now you see, we need some music for Peter's segment when he's talking to the girlfriend.
you go.
Yeah.
So like love,
Love music in the background.
little Barry White
on it.
Teddy P.
And for those, Joe goes by Hero Boy on the forum, just in case if anybody wants to put a name to
Yeah, his avatar is him busting open his suit to have a Superman T-shirt on underneath. So.
It's a lot of fun.
All right.
Okay. Well, like we said at the beginning of the episode, this episode was sponsored by Desperado Publishing, desperadopublishing.com. Definitely check out their line of books. We will bring you more information on them as we pass them around to read. We've been sitting on them for a little bit, so I think we'll definitely make a point to make sure we all look through at least one or two of them so we can give a future off the rack about Desperado Publishing. So thanks to them.
One thing I did notice, Peter, while we're
Yep.
talking about, I was looking in the back, and they have listed a whole bunch of stuff from different. I was looking in the back of the Negative Burn cheese. It's getting late, and I noticed one of our recent interviewees, Paul Pope, actually did some stuff for Negative Burn from the best of the best, 93 to 98. So if you're like us who are looking to start picking more of his stuff up, Negative Burn is a place to start.
Cool.
Plus, in this Negative Burn, there's an absolutely, for me, hilarious Milk and Cheese. I love Evan Dorkin. Love everything he does, and can't wait to sit down and read that Milk and Cheese.
Awesome.
Cool. Man, my machine's slow today. If you'd like to send us an email, it's comicgeekspeak@gmail.com. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, it's 206-888-4805. Check out our website, comicgeekspeak.com. And we have a very active forum, so check that out if you haven't already. We have some new t-shirts up on the website. Very, very nice. We've gotten some ourselves and are very happy with the quality. And as usual, we're brought to you in conjunction with worldfamouscomics.com, your spot on the internet for the best comic book and entertainment-related columns, contests, features, reviews, news, resources, and more. As always, we are uniting the world's mightiest heroes, one listener at a time.